I'm glad you bring up all the positives, because the one sports phrase that a lot of folks love to use that I just don't agree with is there's no such thing as a moral victory. I understand there are losses on your record, but I'm curious as to what you said to the guys when you got back in the locker room after that game, knowing that this stretch was coming and knowing what they had done for you guys over that stretch against Michigan and Illinois.
Well, the first thing I did, Rick, is I gave them a lot of credit for going out there shorthanded and battling the way that we did in Ann Arbor. Now, that being said, the next morning in the film session, we got after them pretty good because there was a lot of mistakes that were made in that game on both ends that I thought prevented us from winning that game. We missed 4 wide open layups at the rim in the second half, and you make your layups, it doesn't come down to the last possession. I thought Sam made a great play. I thought he stepped in. Those calls a lot of times go either way. We didn't get it. It's unfortunate. But that being said, there was a lot of things that we could have done better to end up on top of that one. And then Illinois, it was the first time all year. Our guys have been so good. They've been so resilient. They've battled adversity. This team, as much as any I've ever had, you see the communication in the huddles. Those guys hold each other accountable. For the first time all year, I just sensed a little bit staring at the floor. They just gave in a little bit. And again, Illinois had a lot to do with that. But, that's not who we are. That's not what has gotten us to this point. We had a very spirited workout that next morning after the Illinois game. And now it's about regrouping. It's about getting back to being who we are, what's gotten us to this point, and going back to the basics. We need to finish possessions better. You play 2 of the longest, most athletic teams in our league that are elite on the offensive glass, but we didn't finish up possessions well enough. We weren't physical enough. We didn't hit well enough. So those are the type of things we have to get back if we want to continue on this stretch. We have a very tough game. Rutgers had Michigan State down 15 in that second half. It was an 8-point game under 5 minutes. So we're walking into a incredibly tough environment. The RAC is one of the great venues in college basketball, and we got to get back to being who we are.
Yeah.